What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks, and we back in the building. You feel me? It's True Talks, cause True Talks. All right, let's get straight right into it. So you already know, man. Last night was definitely, was an important game. Obviously we know that the Raptors are trying to make the play-in. They're trying to, make a push, make a comeback. As you've seen, the Washington Wizards have actually increased in terms of, I think they lost the last game versus the Spurs, but they have won 9 straight. They've been, 9 of their last 10. So, they've overtaken Chicago and the Raptors in the, the play-in tournament standings for, 7 to 10. 7 seed to 10 seed is the play-in. So, obviously, if the Raptors want to continue to try and make the play-in, then this game was definitely an important game. And then as well as, the Nets, obviously, this was a game for them where they could clinch the whole playoff. So, get another lead, get another, jump on the 76ers for the number 1 seed. Obviously, the main thing for the Nets as well, too, is they want to, they've been injured and stuff like that, but they want to, for these last, 11, 12, 10 games or so, just continuously have great production, play, get rhythm, and be healthy. So, they're trying to ramp it up into the playoff push, and this is the most important time for most teams, every team, especially if you're a playoff team or playoff-bound team, playing tournament team. You want to be clicking at the right time. You want to go into the playoffs or the play-in tournament scenario at playing your best basketball, basically, being a well-oiled machine. So, every game is important moving forward, especially from this point, which would be called a playoff push. And, you can see, obviously, by Brooklyn, they were trying some things, which I thought was disrespectful for Nash and the Brooklyn Nets, but I'll get into that. But, Pascal struggled, right? They double-teamed KD all game, stuff like that. Kyrie here and there, they doubled, but mainly KD, every time he touched it, it was an auto-double. So, we'll go into the context, because I give it that context. Let's go straight right into it, boy. All right, so what we doing here, as you can see, the start of the fourth quarter, Utah has the ball. You see Van Fleet coming off the down screen. They switch. You see the Nets switch everything. Down 3. What are we doing? Great cut. Woo! My goodness, Utah. We said Utah, best boy. I'm capping, though. Good cut, boy. What are we doing? My good. Boom. My goodness. You see the in and out with the sky hook? I'm a fry cook. My goodness, boy. Look right here. Van Fleet be cheesing me with this no ability, man. Right here. Should be a step back. He should have stepped back from time, but always going to the paint, man. I'm tired of it, Van Fleet. You got to advance the bag, man. What are we doing here? And then look, reset and that's the take, bro. That's the take from Egypt. That's not the secret, man. Van Fleet, you had to step back right there in the gap. Just stop going to the paint always. And that's a baby. That's Blake. He said, since I left Detroit, I've been feeling great. My goodness, come on, Van Fleet. See right here, you have a mismatch. You have Blake on you. Fry him. Kill. Ability. You don't always have to go to the paint. Mid-range. Step back. Right, bro. My goodness, man. Come on, Van Fleet. The same thing always. 3 or layup. And then right here, see, trying to get to the paint always, and then just wasting opportunities. It cheeses me, Van Fleet. You got to advance the bag, man. You got to. You could be like Kemba. What are we doing here? And then look, you see, Malachi gets the switch, and then look, ability. Ability. Floater if you know her. Come on now, ability. Are you kidding me? He got the belt. Bembry? Bruh. Come. And look at that hezzy right there, and then quick blow by. Wrong foot, floater if you know her. Fuck. Way to go, Flynn. My goodness, man. Van Fleet, that's how you take advantage of the mismatch, man. It's supposed to be gift wrap. And right here, Joe Harris coming off the curl screen. See the ability? See, because of the ability, he draws 2 defenders, and then that's what makes it chain reaction for everything. KD, Kyrie aren't even in the game. Chain reaction, you got Shamet open. You'd have had to drop down to Blake. See it in chain reaction. And then now look, one more, and then that's gotta go. My goodness, I'm not your average Joe. That boy wet, man. Potent. And then look, Van Vliet always try to go to the paint. Oh, like, bruh, he's just wasting opportunities. Like, bruh, come on, Van Vliet, man. Step back, floater. Come on, 1-0 pull-up. Like, where's the bag? My goodness. Look away. Boom. Don't look away. That's Blake. Ever since he left Detroit, he's been feeling great. Come on now. See, Brian in charge. But all the they call blocking. You can see Blake's like, no, Nick. What are you talking about, man? Like, come on, man. Like, bro, that's crazy. He's like, that's crazy, man. What are we doing? See, off the screen, okay? Post up OG. I like it. I like it. Post up for OG trying to show me. Come on now with the hook. What are we doing here? Okay, Sham, show me something. Good D, OG. You already know. My goodness, with the escape. Bro, that's disgusting, man. Yuta, you keep sleeping. Penetration, you drop. These are all-time shooters, man. All world shooters right here, man. What my God. That's ability, Mike. My goodness, it's like I'm riding a bike, even though I came from the Euro. Come on now. What are we doing here? Ability, one-on-one. Van Vliet's on you. And you call for a screen, Van Vliet, with Blake on you. I can't believe what I just saw. Are you serious, Van Vliet? This how you're moving? What kind of troll shit, bro? Good pass, OG. What kind of atrocity is this? What is this? You have Blake, a mismatch, island. You better fry him, and you call for a screen. And look at this, Katie chilling on the wing. They're just doing the Mike James pick and roll with Mike James and Jeff. That's how you know they chilling. Like Katie, and they're actually chilling. This is actually disrespectful, man. Landry said, I got food in my pantry. I can eat too. It's actually disrespectful, man. What are we doing here? OG. Okay. Van Vliet, one more. That's got to go. I'm okay with that shot, Pascal. Open look. You got to hit it, but I'm okay. Look, you see Katie just tossed it to Mike James. Mike James they're doing pick and roll with Mike James and Jeff Green. Katie just chilling in the corner. And Kyrie, when he comes in, going to be chilling in the corner. They don't care. They're literally playing and toying with y'all. They're toying with the Raptors, man. Katie not even part of the office. They're just chilling. Mike James, you running. You got it, fam. And then look right here. Look at Pascal. Pay attention to him. Right here, as you see him, bruh, he didn't even need to curl or need to move. Right here, all he has to do is spot up. Right there, catch right there. You don't have to move nowhere. Just stand right there and catch it. 1-0 pull-up to the left. Catch it. 1-0 floater. You don't need to do nothing. And then if Tyler Johnson steps up, then you hit Birch. But Birch also sus because he walks, and both him and Pascal both go into the lane and then sus. Look, see now the opportunity canceled. But even then, Pascal step back something. Nope. Touch pass, clog in, bruh, rebound, you know, these sound. Like, come on, man. It's just IQ, awareness, ability. That's that KD ability. What are we doing here? Everything Mike James right now, boy. My goodness. Mike. Feels like I'm riding a bike. I just came from Euro, boy, and I still get buckets. My goodness, that boy nice, man. What are we doing here? Kyrie not even in the game. What are we doing? Pascal, are you going to go to work? Are you going to fry? Okay. Okay. See right here. He doesn't even realize Jeff Green steps on Tyler Johnson's foot. Rolls his ankle a little bit. Look, bruh. And Pascal doesn't even read. How you just allow this, man, Pascal? Like, man, like, Pascal, look at this. Look at the space he's giving you. Look at the space that Jeff Green is giving you. Pull that. Step back. Like, you don't need to always go to the paint. Him and Van Vliet, like, where is the mid-range ability, man? Then look, see? No take. Look at this. Terrible possession. Heave. And then, worked out. And a good hustle, though, Pascal and Cam. But that's a terrible offensive play. Like, this unnecessary, man. It's actually unnecessary how, like, just pull the shot, man. Pull the damn shots. The opportunities they give you, take advantage. There you go. Finally, Van Vliet, I know that he can eat. I don't care about the misses, man. I just want opportunities. Pull in the gaps, Van Vliet. Fry. Stop this. My goodness. What we doing here? He's going to pull him out. You already know that's ISO. I might go psycho. My God, Joe. Boom. That's Mike. Feels like I'm riding a bike. Bro, and look right here. People talk about Pascal's ball handling. Look right here. You see Jeff Green. Jeff Green points to the left because that's the open sign. He's supposed to hesitate, blow by, and go all the way and dribble to the left with his ball handle. But he wants to go to the right-hand side. Doesn't really dribble that well in tight quarters. Passed off. He has to. Goes into the defense. I don't know why. And then look right here, bro. And then he misses. And then still also, too, he fouled and pushed KD, which is why you see them like, yo, he pushed. You're not going to call that, and KD's cheese and all of that because, Pascal's frustrated, obviously. So he did a little push. Right here, though, ability. He's killing me softly with that song, boy. Boom. That's wrong, boy. Why you do him like that? See, Pascal, push KD, and then, and bro, like, that's an offensive foul. But, it is what it is. They didn't call it. But, Pascal, man. Ability has to improve. Hey, my goodness, boy. That's Jeff. That's your uncle. My goodness, man. Yo, like, bruh. They're just literally doing Mike James, Jeff Green, pick and roll. Like, that's all they doing. Ability, show me, Van Fleet. All paint, always padded. They say Brooklyn don't play defense. What are we doing here? Blocked. They don't say they play no defense, though. Timely stops, that's all that matters. Mans have under 100. They just give it to Mike James and go to the corner. Like, the fact that KD and Kyrie just chilling, that's how like, they're literally toying with the Raptors. Didn't call a foul. That was actually a foul. Hella foul. My goodness. Good cutoff, Kyrie. What are we doing here? Go, Pascal. Bruh, cookies. Like, look, why is he always running to the defense, man? I thought he was injured here, as you could see, KD, but he good. They talking. Hey, I was going to go. He wanted to pass. He wanted to alley or something, but you can see, man. Look at him. Pick and roll. Mike James, all Mike James going to the defense. Pascal all the time, but the elite ball handling, they say. And then, you can see right there, Van Vliet's knee hit KD, and you can see him holding his thigh again. That's I'm like, I was kind of worried a little bit again, but you already know, just brushed it off. Light work. What are we doing here? Great defense. They say they don't play defense, though. Bruh, like, a lot of this shit cap when they talk about Brooklyn, but I know why. Y'all talk. Jeff Green cheese. Y'all talk, man. Come on now. Get this defense right. Pull that, okay? No, what are you doing? Run that play. Back screen, down screen for Van Fleet. There you go. That's a good play. God damn, Van Vliet, man. You got to hit that, boy. That was a great play. That's the inbound play. But look at the fourth quarter, man. Just straight abuse, no excuse. Horrendous field goal percentages, horrendous three-point percentages. They just got outplayed completely. Basically thoroughly. And you can see they just chilling. Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, they literally was just chilling. They're not even running. They're not even trying. Like, this is so disrespectful, man. They do a Mike James, Jeff Green pick and roll only. KD, Kyrie just chilling. No threes. Yep. Yeah, but I'm going to get through every screen. KD don't want to switch. You don't want to switch? What are we doing? Look at Kyrie. Great defense. Good cutoff ability. Van Vliet, you got to, like, the bag's got to advance. Look at Kyrie's defense. Show me something that. Yo. Pascal, man. Yeah, like, you're not even, your guaranteed takes aren't even guaranteed, man. There you go, OG's the only one trying to show me, him and Lowry. But Lowry didn't really do anything this quarter. But I mean, like, bruh, I'm disappointed, man. Like, this is atrocity, man. What are we doing here? See, Mike James? My goodness. That's how you feel? It's all Mike James right now. And then now, look at this. Now in doubt. Oh, my God, look at that. Y'all didn't see that right there? You see the hop off ball. KD's signature hop off ball cut and then run, dribble, pull up. That's gotta go. My goodness. You see the hop on the off ball cut? That's how we created it. It looks like he's gonna curl, but then he's and backdoor every time. That's the signature cut. That little hop, switch feet. What are we doing here? You could take Lowry. He's trying to wow me. And they gave it to Mike James. It's all Mike James doing everything. They literally chilling. And only if it comes to them. Look at Kyrie walking up like they don't even care. Then double randomly, and then one more. And then look at Pascal. Once that pass happens, Pascal knows I gotta go to the corner. OG's gonna go to the next man, and he look at his brain delays, and he reacts late, and he just walks. Oh shit, it's KD. Fuck. And then look, bruh, bucket. That's KD. Looked at the bench and said, "Are you crazy?" Don't be lazy, Pascal. What are we doing? And then it's a charge. Bruh. Atrocity, man. Like, at the end of the day, man, you just gotta understand that, like, it can't be the same thing always. It can't be. I will look at it. No, he called a timeout. You can see Lowry's cheese. Bruh. They have one more bucket. You want me top or left? You want me to do that? Great communication, boy. Bruh. Pascal, man. What are we doing here? Bruh. Everything forced paint. My goodness, man. And look at them giving the ball to Mike James. That's all they doing. They literally toying with mans. Finally, KD gonna get a mismatch. Finally, they go to him, and then look what happens. Double team, you already know. Mike, no luck. Slow cook. Boom. That's Game Boy Nintendo, man. Jeff, boy. Look at him. You see how they amp? They go into Mike James. That's how you know they were doing it on purpose. They're just chilling, trying to get him a groove, trying to get him right. That's Game Boy Nintendo. My God. Man, yo, like, listen. The Raptors actually, like, they were playing pretty good, you know. They were playing pretty good up to probably, you know, around midway, whatever, around the fourth quarter. And, you know, people keep coming at me, especially my last video. Oh my God, Pascal this, Pascal that. You know, you keep harping on Pascal. You know, I don't agree. Rando's not better. He's on just because Pascal's a better shooter. You know what I'm saying? So just because Rando's a better shooter doesn't mean Pascal's better. I mean, it doesn't mean Rando's better and this, that, and all that in the third. And I'm like, bruh, if you're a better shooter and you have better arsenal, you're definitely better. Like, what are you talking about? Mans think it's hell. That's how I know mans don't play ball. Like, if you really understand basketball and play basketball, like, we're talking about competitively. It's not hard to dribble to the paint and get a layup. That's actually the most easiest skill set. The harder skill set is shooting. The hardest skill set is doing, you know, arsenal takes. That's the hardest skill set, doing it at a potent level. Like, what do you mean? Driving into the paint, running and doing layups, that's light work. Everybody could do that. But what happens is when they stop that, can you do anything? That's why the arsenal is always the harder, because when they get shut down, they get shut down. So I won't even go into any of that, but you already know Pascal, he went, what, 2 for 16? And, you know, like I said before, I don't mean to harp on every little thing that Pascal does. If it was just Pascal was Pascal, like, I already know who Pascal is, right? You know, he could obviously improve and try and do his arsenal and try to improve his arsenal, but that's been my problem with Pascal. It's not that he doesn't work on this. You see him on off courts, in workouts or whatever. You see him working on ability. You see him in pregame working on mid-range, shooting it. You see him shooting it. The problem is the mentality. That's been my knock against Pascal, where I say the mentality, like I've said too with DeRozan and stuff like that. The mentality, that fearful mentality in moments when you have an elite defender or a big game and whatever, stuff like that. That mentality is something that sticks with you. That's a character makeup. That's not something that doesn't change. So you have to, if you know the game, you will know who is who based on the certain things you wouldn't do. If you have this type of mentality, you never apply this type of weakness in terms of not your ability, forget the ability, but you now change who you be depending on who's guarding you, and you're nervous and your palms are sweaty. Oh, this guy's on me. I'm not gonna take the talk. I'm not gonna take the take. I'm shying away, etc. Like, all those things are applicable in terms of can you really be that number one option, because you can't be a fearful mind and be a number one option, right? It doesn't work like that, because most times, 8 times out of 10, like you've seen with KD, you're going to get double teamed. You're going to get your best defender on you. You're not going to be in a weakness mismatch situation often. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that perspective, that's why I was saying Pascal again. And that's why I harp on the fact that everyone was saying he improved, and he's going to be the savior, he's going to be the new Kawhi, he's this guy and that guy, and all this type of stuff that they say with Pascal beforehand, and that's what led him to get the money, that max, and now you see the decrease, and people were acting like as if I was capping when I foreseen this, because I said, at the end of the day, the ability and the thing isn't the issue for Pascal. It is the issue in the grand scheme, but the main thing is he doesn't apply, he actually, like you see, like, the reason why I talk like this is because I've seen him, especially like even last year when he has Mario Hezonja on him. I see him now do shimmies. I see him now do step back middies with that one-legged step back midi. I see him now pull aggressively and look and apply Arsenal and look like an all-star player. But then the minute he has a Giannis or he has an AD or he has those type of caliber defenders on him, a Bam, right? You see him not apply those same things. He only wants to go to the paint, and if it's not the paint, pass, or just a catch and shoot off ball three. And that's where I'm like, okay, you change your game depending on who's guarding you. And that's where I say he's not going to be successful as a number one option. And that's what I was foreseeing. Did I say he's not a great second option? I never said that. Did I say he's not a good or a great third option? I never said that. But the money and the hoopla and the way the Raptors fan base has portrayed him as the savior, as this number one option, and saying he's gotten better every year. Watch, he's going to get better than the number one option. He's going to be that guy. Trust me, he deserves the money. All this type of stuff. That's where I was saying it's cap. And that's where I was foreseeing this that you see here at hand before it is here at hand. And for y'all to, not understand that, or y'all to just, like, this is not even a debate thing. This is not an opinion thing. This is factual. This is factual. This is proof in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? And that's where if you don't understand that, or you don't let your eyes see that, or be aware to these facts, then again, that's where I say you're a biased fan, because this is not something that's like, oh my God, I'm right. No, this is just, the footage is there. The highlights is there. You know what I'm saying? The tape is there. The film is there. Like, everything is there. Like, you could go watch and see. The stats is there. Everything is there. So you now not believing it, or you now not, adhering to it or whatever, or updating your new information that you have at hand, that's where I say you're a biased fan. You stick to what you used to know or what has been transpired or whatever, and you harp on that. That's been my only issue with Pascal, like I said, in terms of him himself for creating, changing who he is. I despise that from any player. Changing who you are. If you're really that guy and you have that mentality, even if you miss shots, I don't care about missed shots. I don't care about percentages. I really don't. Obviously, when you want to be elite, you want to have KD-like efficiency. You want to be elite. Like, that's what the game has become now. Everyone is trying to be their best and be efficient. And those type of numbers or analytics, you want to say, I don't even really call those analytics, because analytics is the deep metrics. But those efficiency numbers and those, those stats is always something that's going to make you better. You want to be elite efficiency. You want to be a marksman. You want to, you want to have that type of ability and be potent with it. That's why KD is the top tier echelon. You always want to try and have efficiency. You always want to try and be elite like that. Always. Now, doesn't mean every game you're going to be like that. No, but overall, you want to have great efficiency and be superb in that, master your craft. And that's something that's the only way I look at the numbers. But in games where you're struggling, in games like you're eating, it's not just the numbers. It's not just the efficiency. I don't just look at the box score. He was 14 for 15. Oh my God, he fried. If those are all layups, you didn't fry. Like, you did fry, but it's not the same frying. It's like, you cooked. Frying is like its ability, is Arsenal. That's where I look at the takes. I don't look at just the stats. So if you're struggling, but you're still doing shimmies. You're still pulling the Arsenal, but you're just missing. I'm never mad at that, ever. Ever. Come on now. Why would I ever be mad at that? That means you are who you are. You had an off day. I rate you for keep trying. But guy, like, come on now. You changing your takes, and the naked eye just sees he shot the shot though. He shot the three though. He's trying. It's cap. It's not real trying. Real trying is applying your ability, being who you actually supposed to be. But you change, and that's where I'm like, that mentality is not something that's indicative of an elite player. And that's why I've always said Pascal needs to improve that. And it's hard for me to assume he's going to improve that because that's a mental makeup. That's normally your character. You know what I'm saying? Unless you improve your ability towards potent, that now your mentality kind of changes because you believe in your ability so surreal at that level. But even then, that's why you still see some elite guys still, if they have a Kawhi or they have a certain thing on them or a high pressure moment, it's not the go-to, because at the end of the day, it's the mentality makeup, even though they have that ability. And that's a different next level, deep level context that I try to explain to people, but I get bashed for it because they don't understand it. They don't have the basketball IQ, to understand that, or they don't have the trained eye to actually understand or see these things in real time. So, I'm always going to get the backlash, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, like I said, Pascal can improve. You seen he went 2 for 16, and it's not Like, you see, like, the fact that he has KD on him and he don't even look to go. I only went up like 2 times with KD on him and he missed it, obviously, length contest, right? I already knew that. But the fact that he only looks to be aggressive with Shaman, and even with babies and with guys you're supposed to be dominating, you still are missing layups. You're still trying to just draw a foul, or the bump affects you. Or like that's why I say that's the difference between Giannis and Pascal. That's why I say Pascal's a poor man's Giannis, because Giannis, at least even with his weaknesses, he's dominant in his strength. Pascal's strength, he actually is wishy-washy in his strength. He doesn't make every layup. He doesn't make, the things that are guaranteed, he still be missing. Like, he's not potent at his strength. It's still a strength for him, because if out of his whole skill set, that's the best thing he does. But the best thing he does isn't an 80% thing, because if he does that at a high elite level and he shoots bad from 3, he still would be averaging 26 plus. But what happens is he's not even potent at his main thing. His main thing isn't even really his main thing, and that's where the problem lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have elite threes. You don't have to be the type of arsenal, like I'm saying Randos have. You don't have to have that in order to be elite. He could just have a mid-range and mid-range down and just be elite in the paint and still be an elite player. Like, you don't have to bring it out to the 3. And that's what I'm saying. Like, look at Zion. Perfect example. Zion don't even shoot. Zion is straight paint, but he's so elite at the paint that's why his average is even higher than Pascal. You get what I'm saying? Because he's so elite in the paint. He's so elite at his main thing is his main thing. He's elite at the main thing. LeBron, like, the list goes on for those caliber type of play styles. And Pascal isn't doing that. And that's where it's like, okay, there's a problem. There's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm just like, y'all have to understand, man, when I'm critiquing Pascal and I'm doing that, it's not even like, for me, again, it's past the point of like, I'm not even annoyed or frustrated with Pascal. I always knew this is who he was from when he showed me this in the playoffs, even as a second option. So I'm like, okay, he's going to be the first option. He's already doing this as a second option. This is a mental makeup. Forget the ability. This is a mental makeup. He's not going to fight through. He's not going to try. He's going to change who he is based off the fear, based off the pressure, based off who's guarding him. So a guy who moves like that, that's normally how a second option, third option, role player guy moves. Like, you take what the strengths are at all times. And then if it's the weakness time, I don't want it, right? And you pass and you go to the main guy. And that's how Pascal moves. And if you look at it, that's why I'm like, him being the number 1 option, I foreseen this before it happened. But even then, that's not me talking about Pascal is normally because of the fan base. If the fan base was just honest, if the fan base never overboosted, if the fan base didn't do all of what they did, then I would never have to speak on Pascal at this level. I only do because I have to enlighten people, because I see the most biggest cap all the time. So I have to debunk it. And that's the only reason why I even talk about him when I don't want to talk about him. Because, again, like I said, I already know who he is. If y'all follow me from day one, I've been told y'all who he was. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he's not a solid player or a good player. Why would I ever say he's not a good player? But as the number 1 option, he's not that guy. He's not. And y'all made him out to be that when he wasn't that. And I blame y'all. Like I've been said, I always blame y'all. And the fans, you know who you are for being, the reasons why this was even a thing. Because it should have never been, based on how you saw him. If you really know the game or just seen with proper eyes. Now we move past that. I didn't even mean to go on a rant like that. But anyways, we move past that and Van Vliet. And this has been my issue with Van Vliet from a long time ago. And that's why when Van Vliet isn't hitting his threes, he's a miniature guard, right? So Van Vliet's supposed to take opportunities when he gets it. And what I mean by that is that, like, you see Kemba, that's exactly who Van Vliet could actually be. That's who he could be. Because the difference is Kemba, he doesn't just live in the paint. He doesn't just shoot threes and shoot twos. He doesn't just catch and shoot threes or whatever. And like, he has arsenal. He shoots mid-range, off the screen, step back middies, pull up middies. Like, he has ability. He has like pull up threes, and any gap you give, I'm pulling. And that's what Van Vliet is missing. And that's why when Van Vliet struggles from 3, especially when he has taller guys on him, it's like he's canceled, right? So you seen that we're switching a lot, and KD was on him a lot, and he's canceled because off the screen he could have been pulled. But again, they're switching. He has open gaps sometimes off the screen where the big they miscommunicate on the switches. And what does he do? He drives all the way to the rim, try to get a layup, or he probes and then drives to the rim, and then now they pick up, and then he has to kick to the corner and just cancels out the whole opportunity, and you're basically resetting. And bare times, what happens? He has the open mid-range gap, and he's not pulling, he's not shooting, he's not even taking any attempt. And that's what that always frustrated me with Van Vliet, man. And that's what, like, Van Vliet obviously struggles. I already know his ability. It's not like Pascal struggling. It's a complete different type of struggle. It's like he's off. He's still going to shoot. He's still going to be aggressive. He's still going to try. You know what I mean? He's not going to shy away. Like, Van Vliet's a complete different player, and he has ability. But the problem is he cancels his ability and he maxes out. If he actually pulled all these opportunities that he has, he would easily average 5 more points per game. And he automatically be a hybrid all-star every single year, a threatened all-star every single year. That's why I get frustrated with Van Vliet a lot, because, like, come on now, it's there. But he just be, you know, maybe it's the Raptors play style, right? But I see Gary Trent pulling bare middies. So I see Malachi Flynn pulling bare middies and one middies. Like, you know, I see him do that. I don't see Van Vliet do that. And these are one-on-one too without the screen. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing that for Malachi. So, you know, like, I can't say that it's just it's Nurse making them shoot threes and like, come on now. That's just guys' play style. That's just clearly their play style. So, you know, obviously, like, you know, that's my biggest frustration with Van Vliet, man. That's my biggest frustration with him. And, you know, it actually cheeses me. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Now we look on the Nets side of things. The Nets, like I said, they're trying to groove into the playoffs. They're trying to get shit right. They're trying to get moving and grooving and, you know, moving at a high octane level when it comes to playoffs. So, you know, they're trying to do this, just destroy the whole East. I already know that's the sentiment. That's what they're doing. That's why they're like, we're not even going to bring Harden back. Forget that shit, getting continuity. Like, as long as we roll in, we already know what it is. We have high IQ players who can adjust, read, and react. And like I said before, they're not a team that needs to have all these reps. They're the one team that didn't need reps, it would be them, because they have those 3 guys are all world elite ability that have no limitations. Harden just doesn't do in the mid range, but he could do it. He just doesn't do it. But basically, the trio is supreme. The best, probably the 3 best ISO bucket getters in the league. Mine is Devin Booker, right? Dame, he does a lot of screens, but he can't ISO. But majority of, like, ISO, like, if you're doing 5 straight plays ISO, 5 buckets, like, Harden could do that, KD could do that, Kyrie could do that. They're probably the 3 best ISO players in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And you have, and that playoffs is made for ISO. Then you have them on a team. And then not only that, they have other components to their game that are like I said, Steph and Klay Thompson ability. Come off screens. KD can come off screens. He can pull stuff. Like, they have no weakness. And then the role players also can do multiple. They're not just catching shooters, right? They can come off screens. They can pull up. They can one dribble pull up. They can floater. They are multifaceted players. So that offense is potent, as you saw versus the Raptors. And that was even them doubling KD. But even then, the Nets they don't need to have so much games under their belt, because they're going to be going on a game-by-game basis. They're so elite offensively, they don't just do one blueprint, and then that kind of like unlocks everything else. They literally just go by game flow, by what's happening, by what you dictate. They just read and react to the defenses because they're that elite. Defenses are going to throw double teams. They're going to throw this. They're going to throw that. They're going to do drop coverage. Then you pull up and they're just going to read off of the defense, and they're so elite and so potent that they have the capabilities to do that and be potent with it. So they're a team that actually doesn't need full continuity in terms of reps under their belts together, because even if they had that, like I said before in a previous video, it's not going to translate fully, because when they get to the playoffs, other teams are going to play them completely differently. They have to read and react. They're literally an IQ-based team. That's how they move. IQ, read and react type of team. So do you really need, how does James Harden play? How does this guy play? You obviously need to know that, but it's not as impactful and important as other teams who have people who are limited. You need to know exactly how he moves. When he goes to the paint, like if you're playing with a Zion or a LeBron or a Giannis, he's only effective in these type of situations, these type of areas. So I need to understand and be used to those areas and used to those situations, so I know how to be effective, or I know, how to read him and whatever, because, but this one, the Nets, they're all unlimited. So everything is read and react. Everything. Like, you don't need, KD can spot up. KD, they don't need anything. They don't. They don't need anything. They just read and react, and every man can do anything. Like, you want me to spot up for the next 5 possessions? I'm good, and I can still score 15 or I can still score 10 off, catch and shoots, 9 straight. I can score 3 straight threes off catch and shoot. Or you want me to do the Shamek, Harris curl off screens as Kyrie? I could do that too. KD could do that too. Like, come on now. Like, it don't matter. You just read and react. So that's just a cerebral offensive minds that they have there. And that's what you saw them say in the offseason, and people were roasting them in terms of, anyone's the coach. That's what they basically was saying. Like, they're so elite and so cerebral that they could, like, just read and react. That's what their offense literally is. Read and react, ability, arsenal. So when you look at that from the Nets perspective, like, the fact that, and then you have KD, the ultimate efficiency guy, the fact that the man had 17 points, only took 7 shots. He doesn't even need to force. Like, he's just there with so much ability and is potent. He doesn't need to force. You double team me, pass to that guy, and they're shooters. Like, you don't double team me, I fry you. If you double team me, we fry you as a team collectively because we could shoot, mans could read and like, it's just their offense is literally, they're one of the one teams other than the Golden State Warriors with KD, and even then they had Draymond who was limited. Like, they had other people who were limited. But this Nets team is literally the Golden State Warriors on steroids. That's what they are. And people won't understand that, but you know what I mean. Mans will see come playoff time. And then, and people even said they have no defense, they have no this, they have no that. Then you seen them pad the Raptors when they mattered. You know what I'm saying? And when that's how they went on their runs and went on their streaks. Just pad and switch ability. KD with his blocks, you already know. Like, it's just elite ability at the end of the day, man. So, the Nets are different. They're different, man. Like, they're different. You already know what KD had. What? Yeah, 2 blocks. She had 6 blocks as a team. Raptors had 3 blocks as a team. So, like, people say they don't play defense, but they be blocking shit, and they're like top 10 in blocks. Like, that's why I'm like, it's just cap, man. It's just cap. But anyways, Lowry went to work. Obviously, OG went to work. I really like how OG's becoming. Kem Birch putting in work as well too, 13, 14, and Malachi put in some work too. But I really like how OG's playing. I just need him. He's taking 15 shots. He's been taking a lot of shots. I like that. He's being more aggressive. I like that. His defense is already there, and that's already there. And he's doing great. He's shooting great, showing bare efficiency. So, I like that. But I need him. There's so many times where he gets in the corner, and if he doesn't have that 3 right away or initial take right away, he kind of just passes, and he just sometimes goes into this role flow, right? This flow as a role player, right? So that's what I need him to be. I need him to look at every time he gets the ball, be aggressive. Pump fake, one dribble, practice the one dribble pull up, I seen him even when KD did a one-legged fadeaway, right? Like, he's actually showing ability. He's been, which is great. You know what I mean? It's great, but I need him to practice get into he gets the ability and he'll fade from that moment, or he'll do this or whatever. But I need him to, once he gets it from the corner, pump fake, escape dribble, pull-ups. I need him to actually advance his arsenal and practice that and just be aggressive. Like what you see Trent, when Trent gets the ball, I'm not even doing one more if it's not there and I get the ball, I have 5 seconds to make a move and do some ability type of take. And if it's not there, then I pass. He kind of gets in. Sometimes you just run and try and go to the paint, pass, and like he doesn't get it for now the next 5 minutes. Like sometimes he disappears within the action because he's just playing that role player role, even though he's still being aggressive, getting those shots. But it's kind of like, I understand you want to get it within the flow, but you getting it within the flow is still, you get it. Jab step, 1-2 dribble pull. Like, you be aggressive in the flow. And that's what the next step I need OG to take. And that's kind of what you saw from Jaylen Brown. Like, OG literally is comparable to Jaylen Brown, right? Jaylen Brown obviously has better handle, and he just has better movement pattern, right? He has a better mechanics. He just has better mechanics as an offensive player, right? But Jaylen Brown did start as just lock up, try and be 3-and-D. And then, he applied the T-Mac bag, working with T-Mac, and advanced the arsenal. And you see him applying, be aggressive. And that's what I want OG to follow, that blueprint of Jaylen Brown, right? You were a defensive lockup guy. You now became a 3-and-D guy. Now you got to apply the arsenal anytime you get it. And you got to do it. Even if you miss, it don't matter. Just do it. Apply the ability. And that's what you saw Jaylen Brown do. He kept applying the ability, kept applying, got the bag. And then Kemba came out. And you already know. Now when you keep applying ability and you force those, not necessarily force like terrible bad shots all the time, but you just be aggressive at all times. Eventually, you're going to rise to a point where your teammates don't see you as just that 3-and-D guy now. We could go to, here you go. You want in the post? Here you go. That type of stuff. And that's what you've seen Jaylen Brown had to go through that he had to go through that echelon, that hierarchy. He had to go through that, right? And that's what I see OG needs to do. And so at some point you break away. Now they don't just look at you as that 3-and-D guy. Now you actually like, yo, we need a bucket. Here, OG. Like you get to that point. That's where Jaylen Brown is at. And he had to go through that same type of, hierarchy in order to get that. And that's what there's literally the same model type of player, like that blueprint. Obviously, Jaylen Brown has better moves and whatever, but where they started, how they move, and how they were just sturdy, strong, defensive-minded guys, 3-and-D. Now, you see Jaylen Brown doing post-fade spins in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Like shimmy fades. Like, the ability there. And OG has to take advantage of these situations, especially when they might lose, they might win. Like, you got to just establish that I'm here and continue to try and get buckets. I don't even care about efficiency. Continue to try and get buckets and be potent with it. But I do like how he's becoming regardless. I like the aggression, and I like just him shooting, period, and shot creating, and I see it. I see you, OG. Trust me, I see you. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. There's a lot of positives. I mean, even though they lost, there's a lot of positive in this Raptors season, even though it might look like they might not make the play-in. You don't know. There's a couple games, there's a stretch that they could go on, but there's positives. There's a lot of positives. There's a lot of positives to take out of this, right? So that's kind of what I'm paying attention to during these Raptors games. I'm paying attention to, that's been my main thing, ability over everything, skill over everything. And that's what I'm paying attention to with the Raptors. And we'll see how it kind of goes and how it gets molded, right? So you already know. At the end of the day, man, we'll see how it kind of comes out, how it pans out. And we'll see what Elite looks like. You already know, man. I appreciate y'all. Share, like, and subscribe. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man. This is the last stretch, man. The Nets are ramping up. A lot of people been capping and being, oh, my God, it's not going to work. And, we'll see. We'll see. I already told y'all. You already know how I feel, you know what I mean? Follow me on my IG and on my Twitter, if you want to, hit me up, DM me, or comment me on the, comment on the comment section, and, I'll respond. And, we talk about it. We talk about everything. You already know. If you give me that Fugazi energy, I give you a right back. But I'm never mad. I'm smiling. This is what I do. I love it, man. I love that Fugazi energy. I love the good energy. I love all the energy is welcome, man. You want to hate? Go ahead. I don't care. You already know I'm going to eat through you same ways. You don't want to hate. You want to congratulate. I share the love with you as well. It don't matter, man. It don't matter. We all here. Just spread the word. It's what Elite looks like at the end of the day. And, we'll see how everything goes. Their next game, I think, is the Nuggets, so that's another tough one. But we'll see how it goes, man. Anyways, it's True Talks, because True Talks, you already know. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. You already know. And I'm out, man.